All right, so get this. They've only sold about 338 Acura ZDXs so far this year, and according to Car Gurus, there's like 3,000 of them available in the country. Now, by my math, that does not seem to be a lot of demand, even given the limited amount of supply. I messed around with the slider tool that Car Gurus has to check to see how many cars they have more than 60 days on the market, and it seems that half of these ZDXs have actually been sitting for more than 60 days. That means, hypothetically, one could score a pretty decent deal on a ZDX. They could slap on the rebates and buy, not to mention lease, buy at a pretty decent price. What's cool is that if you're leasing, there's more cash available in the form of regional lease cash. Specifically here in Massachusetts, we've got not only the 2875 that's going to come on top of the 7500 in lease cash that Acura is throwing at all customers, but they're also giving an additional 2800 in Massachusetts. Your region specifically, I don't know, but check out my cheat sheet in the description and it'll show you how I scrape all this data. So really, it may end up making more sense to do a lease to buy on this thing than just straight up buy, in my opinion. Now, there's more cash, a better money factor, residual is low, so you're actually ending the lease with a fair buyout price and not something hyper-inflated. Now, a subscriber of mine did reach out to me asking me on my Instagram to make this video on the ZDX. He specifically requested an A-Spec rear-wheel drive. However, I do think that most, if not all of the advice I'm going to give will apply to any of the trims. But even then, at the moment, all you're really going to see are A-Specs anyway, with 2,000 of them being all-wheel drives and 800 of them being rear-wheel drives and the rest being Type S's. The typical A-Spec all-wheel drive is about $69,850, while the typical rear-wheel drive is about $66K. Now, personally I'm actually a big fan of the design, specifically the back, but the front is absolutely gorgeous too. The back in particular, I love how it's squared off, I love how it's super wide, and I'm a big fan of the headlights. It's futuristic, but it's still very Acura with the iconic A-Spec design. Now, I think I can score about $4,000 off sticker on this thing before we even subtract any rebates. Lease or buy, I'm pretty sure I can pull off $4K. I want to shoot for about 7.5% off, but I know the dealer will give me a little bit less. The problem with this car, and the one that dealers have to do everything they can to get you to overlook, is the high MSRP. The car isn't worth anything close to $70K, and I think a lot of people are having sticker shock when they see it, knowing damn well an X5 is possible for this price. An all-electric Acura SUV for $70,000 is sort of like an all-organic grass-fed steak at the supermarket for $150. Not sure I really care too much for it after seeing the price tag. It's cool, but don't know if I actually want to pay for that. I'll just take a regular non-organic filet for like $40. Now, lease, on the other hand, that's a different story. Assuming we got $4,000 off, meaning we started deducting the rebates from the $65,850 as opposed to $69,850 as our adjusted target price, we've got $7,500 in rebates, then $2,875 if you're leasing, then $2,800 if you're in Massachusetts. So our adjusted price if we leased is about $5,500 less than our adjusted price if we purchased. This would give us a final target price after rebates of $52,685, so nearly a 25% off discount all in all. Wow. Kind of a challenge though, but honestly, it's going to be the only way worth getting the ZDX. So definitely be sure to push for about 25% off. And let's be real here, huh? Would you even want this thing if it wasn't 25% off as discount? The lease program. Let's dive in. A 49% residual at 36 months and 12,000 miles a year, and a 0.0015 money factor, which is about 3.6% APR. Now, plugging it all in, assuming you got $4,000 off, subtracted the $13K in lease cash, paid your inception fees and taxes on the rebates, liked and dunked the subscribe button, but like not a regular dunk or even the Michael Jordan kind of dunks. I want like a Shaq break the backboard and have to end the game early kind of dunk. Let's go, baby. Sorry, I got excited back there. We'd be talking about $643 a month, not including tax in the payment. That was not a Shaq type of dunk. If that payment on that car was a dunk, that would be this one. Came very, very close, but just missed it. Not bad if it went in, honestly, but just missed it. In the description below, you'll find links to my cheat sheet as well as access to pricing from local Acura dealers near you for a new ZDX. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.